At my brother's graduation party, my parents demanded I hand over my $80,000 college fund to him. When I refused, my mother threw a champagne bottle at my head. The room went silent until my brother's girlfriend exposed the truth that destroyed my family in front of everyone. I'm sitting in my car outside my apartment with glass shards still in my hair and my hands shaking so hard I can barely hold my phone. Campus security is on their way to take a report. My shoulder is bruised where I hit the wall dodging the bottle, but for the first time in 19 years I can breathe. I grew up as the responsible one. My brother Cole was the golden boy. My parents, Rita and Frank, spent every dollar on his travel baseball, his private coaches, his future. I worked 2 jobs through high school, babysat every weekend, and saved every cent for college. Last month, I deposited $80,000 into my education fund, money I earned myself while Cole partied through senior year. The demand came 2 days ago. My father pulled me into his office, whiskey on his breath. Cole didn't get the baseball scholarship, he said. He needs your fund to pay for his first year. You're smarter. You'll figure something else out. Family takes care of family. I laughed. I thought he was testing me. He wasn't. Today was Cole's high school graduation party. Our backyard, 150 guests, catered food. The tension was suffocating from the moment I arrived. During the toasts, my mother stood up with a microphone. She didn't talk about Cole's achievements. She looked directly at me. We have a special announcement, she beamed. In an incredible show of family support, our daughter Ren has decided to gift her entire college fund to Cole for his education. Let's celebrate this beautiful sacrifice. The crowd erupted in applause. Cole was grinning like he'd won the lottery, hugging people, accepting congratulations. I sat frozen, my heart hammering against my ribs. The music faded as I stood up and walked to the front. I'm not giving him the money, I said, my voice cutting through the cheering. I never agreed to this. You're lying to everyone here. The silence was deafening. My mother's face went scarlet. My father's jaw clenched. Don't embarrass this family, my mother hissed, off mic, but not quiet enough. After everything we sacrificed for you, you're going to humiliate us? You sacrificed nothing for me, I said. I earned every cent of that money while you were paying for Cole's 3rd DUI lawyer. My mother's hand shot out and grabbed the champagne bottle from the table. She hurled it at my head with a scream. I ducked. It exploded against the wall behind me, glass raining down, champagne soaking the carpet. I felt shards cut my shoulder, my neck. Give him the money! My mother shrieked, lunging toward me. My father grabbed her, but he was nodding, agreeing. 150 people stood frozen in horror, but nobody moved to help me. Then Jessa spoke, Cole's girlfriend of 2 years. She stepped forward, phone in her hand, and her voice carried across the silent yard. Sit down, Rita, my mother whirled. Jessa, sweetheart, stay out of this. No. Jessa looked disgusted. She turned to face the guests. Cole isn't going to college. He never applied. He failed senior year and won't graduate until summer school. That's not even his diploma in the picture. The crowd erupted in whispers. My parents froze. Cole's face went white. The baseball scholarship, Jessa continued, didn't exist. He got kicked off the team junior year for selling pills in the locker room. The $30,000 you gave him for tournament fees last year, he bought a truck he totaled drunk, driving 3 months later. She held up her phone. I have every text, every lie, every time he asked me to cover for him while he stole from Ren's room, sold her textbooks, used her credit card she didn't know he copied. Jessa looked at Cole, then at my parents. I stayed because I wanted to believe you'd do the right thing eventually, but you're not a family. You're parasites, and Ren deserves better. She walked over to me, took my hand, and we walked toward the house together. Behind us, someone started yelling. My mother was screaming. My father was demanding Jessa's phone. Cole was crying, begging her to stop. Campus security arrived because a neighbor called about the bottle. They found my mother, hysterical, my father drunk, and Cole sitting in the grass with his fake diploma, surrounded by guests who'd started leaving in droves. Jessa gave security her phone. Screenshots of Cole's texts planning to guilt Ren until she breaks. Videos of my parents coaching him on what to say. Bank statements showing the $30,000 they'd given him that I didn't know about, taken from my grandmother's inheritance that was supposed to be split between us. I'm pressing charges for the assault, for the fraud, for everything. My parents are currently being questioned, and Cole is blowing up Jessa's phone, begging her not to ruin his life. She didn't ruin his life. She just stopped letting them ruin mine. The college fund is still mine, and for the first time, it finally feels like freedom.